Hi Leos, how are you going? Welcome to another round of Redski's Righteous Readings, Raw and Righteous as always. I'm Redski, nice to meet you, and welcome back if you're returning, or welcome if you are seeing one of my videos for the very first time. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are doing your September main monthly, so we are going to be doing a full Celtic cross with clarifiers to get messages for you for the month of September. This will resonate with the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus of that sign. Also, if you're looking for a specific love reading, check out your connection spread, which will come out later, at the beginning of September. Okay, so again, thank you for joining me. Please like and share if you enjoy the content, and definitely subscribe to the channel. Okay guys, sorry about that. So what was I saying? I have no idea, I lost my train of thought. But we are going to be doing your full Celtic cross with clarifiers, then we'll get into some additional oracle, as well as inspirational messages, and then find out what spirit animal will be gifted to you for the month of September with full meanings. Okay guys, so if you like it, share it, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel. Definitely consider doing so. I would love for you to join us over there. Okay guys, so let me warm up the cards and put some energy in and out and find out what's coming in for the beautiful Leos for the month of September 2021. Okay guys, here we go. Okay guys, let's begin. Alright, spirits and guides, what do we have coming in for Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for that time for September? Okay, spirits and guides. What's coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus for September? Full Celtic cross, standard placements. Leo, September. I don't know why, but I'm hearing that song all by myself. All by myself anymore. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Find out. Alright. Cards don't want to cooperate today. Alright. Alright, spirits and guides, what can you tell me for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for September 2021, please? 3 shuffles. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ready. I'll explain all cards once all cards are drawn. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. The underlying energy for the initial part of the reading is someone that's spying, being extremely vigilant. This is air energy. It's a page, so they're usually more younger individuals, adolescent usually. But this is someone being very vigilant, spying, trying to gather information, looking for knowledge that is less than obvious, trying to be a bit sleuthy. Whether this is you or someone around you, I feel like you're trying to figure something out or figure someone out. Questioning whether someone or something's actions are, or communication, their words, whether their words actually are legit. I'm feeling like this is pretty much you. You're trying to be very open-minded, I feel, but at the same time, you've got some questions you want answered. And I feel like you're digging in very deep here. Sleuthing, looking, listening to what people are saying, watching their actions, and trying to get the reading between the lines kind of thing. Okay. All right. So you currently coming into September, coming into this reading, Leo, we do have the Six of Cups. So this is a very nostalgic energy of remembering and memories and times long since past. This is heartfelt, loving memories of times that have long since vanished. Might have been when you were a child, perhaps, or when, if you've got fully grown children, perhaps when they were children. But remembering a time long since past, remembering it quite lovingly, quite spiritedly. I feel like you're really looking at things the way they were, the way they are, and what you want them to be. This, I think, has got something to do with the page as well. Why you're looking into things, trying to work things out. I don't know why I wouldn't normally say this with this card, but I feel like a lot of you are looking back into ancestral grounds as well, back into your history, your family history perhaps, looking into, heritage, ancestral. That may not resonate for all of you, more than likely not, but for some of you, I think that's what this card may be referring to. For the rest of you, it's just being very nostalgic about the past, remembering. For some of you, I even want to say that you're remembering people past. Grandparents, great-grandparents, like some sort of connection there of parentage or grandparentage through. I'm seeing both I'm seeing a figure of both a woman and a man. So for some of you, I feel like you're remembering maybe your mother's heritage and or father's heritage. So I think it's sort of a little bit of both there, but there's some sort of connection here from the past, being nostalgic about remembrance here, memories long since faded. Your crossing obstacles issue card, we have the 10 of Cups now. So 2 cup cards coming straight out of the gate. This is water energy. So this is the tens of completions of cycles. The crossing obstacles issue is the happy family, the happy life. I'm thinking for some of you, you're remembering times since past, maybe when you were growing up with your parents and how that felt for you. And if you have children, you're going through a stage at the moment of what is it that I am giving them? Am I giving them the sound, happy home, the typical stereotype, if you're in a coupled relationship, are my children happy? We've got a couple here under a rainbow with the cups. We've got 2 children playing. We are looking at beautiful green pastures here, a home long in the distance, a beautiful plot of land. There's everything here that is needed for abundance, as well as to support oneself, I want to say as well. So because this is your crossing obstacles issues, I do feel that you're feeling like this may be unattainable or isn't, or you don't have this quite game, set, match. Maybe what once glittered no longer shines. Maybe this is what you're being vigilant about. Is it the happy home that's seen from the outside in, or is it just a fairy tale? The crowning hanging above you for this reading. First fire card for my fire sign. It is the 7 of Wands. So hanging above this reading is the fact that we are making gains here. We're standing above our combatants and looking down upon them. So things that had hindered you, you're now making gains here. You're now standing above them, looking down upon them. You're making gains, making way, getting a leg up is what I want to say here. foundation root of reading, the reason really we are here, it's the real core of it, is the Three of Pentacles. This is a lovely card. The Three of Pentacles is all about mastership. Pentacle earth energy, this is about monetary and materials and things that are attained through life. This is talking about a collaboration of three people coming together, or like a collaboration with another, to bring out a beautiful piece of mastery and perfection. It depicts the architect, the builder, as well as the idealist, I guess you could say, that wants this created. It's the collaboration of the three bringing it together to make this beautiful piece. You're trying to work very, very hard with others to make this happen, whether it's in a partnership, with a relationship, or even with your children perhaps, or in business it can refer to as well. But I do feel here that Leos are working very, very hard to not only get above their combatants, but to also work with them to master, as well as to perfectionize something here that leads to monetary means and or gains. You know, like anything that we build, like for example a house, you have the person who's buying the house that has the idea. You have the can't think of the right word for it, but you have like the sketcher who makes the plans, architect, but then you have the builder who actually does the work and builds it. This is what this card is referring to. You know, coming together, collaborating to make one brilliant house, or you know, whatever it refers to. It's just an example, so don't get too stuck on that, but it is this perfection of collaborative energy. I feel like you're really championizing this in September. You're trying to bring it all together, trying to make it all work for your benefit. Excuse me. Just let me get a drink. Been a day. Now we go to the past energy. So this is leaving you now, but it's still quite prevalent. That's why it's still, of course, obviously part of the reading. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here, would it? And we have the Eight of Swords, but it is in reverse now. Okay? So this is talking about a lot of hard work. Really putting in some effort here. There could have been some treachery in the past, or I've gone through a stage of difficulty here. But I feel like these difficulties, you are making a real effort here to get on top of it you have in the past. I want to say, can you repeat that again? Where once I was blind, now I can see, is what Spirit is telling me. Where once I was blind, now I can see. And if you look closely at that, I'll just turn it upright. You can see that she's bounded and blindfolded. So her senses have been somewhat muted. But in its reverse, I'm seeing that you're taking the blindfold off. You're seeing, and you are really surmounting these difficulties and these even mental aspects that may have hindered you in the past. You're overcoming these now. It's a wonderful card, especially being in the past. Future energy now, so what's coming in as we leave September, is the King of Swords. Now this is someone very authoritative, very forceful. Swords, air energy. This is someone that is very respected, very commanding, but is also very intelligent. This individual, don't get hooked up on the gender. It more speaks to the characteristics of an individual rather than the gender. So the King of Swords is someone that is very head over heart. They know what needs to be done and they do it without thinking too much about it. There's not a lot of heart in it. It's a lot of intellectual plane. Really knowing what needs to be done, and whether it's what you want to do, you know it's the right thing to do, or it's the mentally intellectual thing that needs to be done. And if it's not sitting there for you, you're sort of cutting it away and saying, my head says that this is the way it needs to be, and that's the way I'm going to follow. Try not to let your heart, even in the game at this point, you're really all mental, all intellect, all thought process here. Being very commanding though, very strong, very forceful, forging through, and really knowing what needs to be done and going with that to a point of not really letting your heart speak. It's all your mind, it's all your intellect. Advice from Spirit for you for September, Leo, is the Tower. Spirit's telling you that things that are not for your highest of good, you must let fall away to the wastelands. It's either with you or it's got to go. If it's not working for you, then why do you have it? Is the question I feel that Spirit's asking you here. If you're not happy with it, it's not working for you, if it's not doing what it needs to do, let the towel fall. It may not be the easiest of choices, but it will serve you the best in the long run. Outsiders looking in, this is their view. It's not necessarily what's going on, it's just the outsiders looking in's view of you. Okay? We have the Five of Cups reversed. So this is saying people from the outside looking in see that you've come out of a stage of some grief or loss, and you're looking now with a hopeful outlook. I have that, pull up your socks and fight a new day kind of thing. Like, that's happened, but now people looking at you are seeing someone that's very hopeful. Has gone through some trials and tribulations, but they see someone that is, dusting themselves off, pulling up the socks and saying, all right, we forge forward, we must move forward. So having a bit of a hopeful outlook here, trying not to let the pain or disdain of things that weren't working or were hindering you to really linger here. It's keeping it in the back of one's mind or back of the heart perhaps, but not allowing it to stop you from moving forward and having a hopeful outlook moving forward. Hopes and fears for Leo. We have the Eight of Wands reverse. This is thorns of dispute. This is jealousy. This is not the greatest of energies when it's reversed. It's reversed as a little bit spiteful, a little bit vengeful, but very, very thorn in one side. This is someone that's jealous. This is depicting, a real A1s is a lot about communication as well. When it's reversed, it could be stagnant, not talking about it, holding it all within. A lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment, a lot of spite, I want to say. I feel like this is something that you fear, that maybe with the changes here that you're making or changes that are happening, and the fact that you're moving forward energy is the King of Swords, someone that's very head over heart. That the Eight of Wands, when it's reversed, if the Wands is fire energy, of course you're a Leo, you're a fire sign. Speaking about the fact that you fear that you may become a bit bitter, a bit resentful, a bit jealous, because there's a lot of things here that are going to have to fall. And there may be some things that you want to keep that may need to fall. The outcome for September is the Ace of Cups, but it is reversed. There's some unhappiness here, especially around something new that you were hoping that was going to come into fruition, or was going to grow, or was going to be something good. I'm feeling like it's not necessarily gone that way for you, Leo, and you're a little bit, not pissed, but soured. Ace of Cups, when it's reversed, is all about change, but it's also about erosion of things. It talks about, clouded joy or instabilities here. It can be also about unrequited love. Inconsistencies. Giving to someone that's doesn't feel the same. Unrequitedness or forgotten, I want to say, which I wouldn't normally again say with this card. I'm going to clarify in a sec, but I just want to you're very nostalgic at the moment. You're assessing things, but you're getting above things that have hindered, held you back, been in your head. You're collaborating here to really build something brilliant, to master something here. You're letting go. In the past, you were very much keen on releasing the blindfold, seeing things for their truth, and as you move forward into the forward energy, that King of Swords, you're using your intellectual plane rather than the heart space to make decisions, and you're being firm with it. Spirit is saying, things that have to fall down to be built. Not everything can stay and be crafted from the mold by which it was. Some things need to crack, splinter, and fall. Outsiders are saying, look, we see someone with a very hopeful outlook that has bared some bruises and some bumps along the way, but are willing to pull up the socks, dust themselves off and move forward. The hopes and fears are that of jealousy, spite, maybe even cutting communication with some people. And the outcome so far is one that is clouded, one that's unrequited in some areas of life. There's a lot of change here, and some things are eroding. Maybe this is what Spirit's telling you, let it erode. Because these things either aren't for you, aren't good for you, or are just not needed for you. Alright, we'll now go into the second round of the reading where we will clarify all of these cards, okay, Leo? So dear Spirits and Guides, any clarification of this reading for Leo for September, please? Please clarify this reading for Leo. Clarification, please. 3 shuffles, please, Spirit. 1, 2. We've just had the King of Swords show its face, which was in your future energy. I'm going to put it back, and we'll see if it comes out in the reading, because I did call for 3 shuffles, which this will be the 3rd, of course. So let's see what Spirit says. Alright, so we're going to clarify, of course, first the 6 of Cups. So clarification, please, Spirit, for the 6 of Cups. That's too many, Spirit. 6 of Cups in the current energy for Leo, please. Alright, Death card. Okay, so I get what the Spirit's saying here. You're being very nostalgic about things of the past. And in your current position with Death, saying some things have to change. Alright, let me continue and I'll explain all placements at the end. For crossing obstacles and issues for Leo, we have the 10 of Cups. Can you please? Ooh, Lovers, okay. Crowning, okay. Spirit has a lot to say. 4 of Cups reverse clarifies that 7 of Wands. The Foundation, okay. We're having a lot of synchronicities, but I'll explain it all at the end, okay, guys? Past energy, the 8 of Swords. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Leo's past for September. Please, Spirit. Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. That's interesting. Future energy for Leo for September's reading. We have the King of Swords, Spirit. Why is this King of Swords here? The Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Wands reversed. Okay, very interesting. Advice from Spirit, we have the Tower. Let's clarify this Tower, please, Spirit. Why is the Tower here for advice from Spirit for Leo? Knight of Cups. Outsiders looking in their views, we have the Five of Cups reversed. Why is the Five of Cups reversed here, Spirit? For outsiders' views for Leo. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Hopes and fears for Leo's reading, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Why is the Eight of Wands reversed here, Spirit, please? For hopes and fears. The Star. I like that. The outcome for this reading for September for Leo, we have the Ace of Cups reversed because of the Eight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles reversed, and the World. The Page of Wands. So the underlying energy for the initial reading was the Page of Swords. Now we have the Page of Wands. So two pages, two adolescent energies here. Now Wands is fire energy, which is, of course, what you are. You're a fire sign. Passionate. Very passionate. I feel the Page of Wands is very faithful, is the word I'm looking for here. Very trustworthy, very passionate. You know, this is a person that's very loyal, very consistent, very good intentions. Whether this is someone that you know or someone that's coming, like an outsider coming in to sort of give you 2 cents worth of their opinion or advice. This is someone very smart for their years, I feel. I do feel like these cards, in a way, are very mutually exclusive, and I don't normally look at the card underneath the deck of the bottom underlying energy, but I will explain it to you because it's very interesting. Underneath the Page of Swords is the Three of Wands reversed. Underneath the Page of Wands is the Two of Wands reversed. Ships are not coming in, and a choice that needed to be made that wasn't. Underneath that is the Page of Wands reversed. One of the decks as well, but I'd never go back that far. Page of Swords was very much being vigilant, spying, doing what's needed to get knowledge that is otherwise hard to see. Page of Wands, someone very passionate, faithful, loyal, consistent. Again, I feel like Page is always more younger people, adolescent age, but doesn't necessarily have to be. I feel like someone's going to come in and give you some advice. Whether this is a person that you know or not, it's going to spark this wanting to know things, wanting to have this information, wanting to know this. I'm just going to put these cards over here so they're not hindering my space. I don't have much space to work with here. I'm still in my temporary setup here, not back in my usual place yet. So you're currently coming into September, coming to this reading, Leo. We have that Six of Cups, that very nostalgic thinking of the past, remembrance, memories. Why? Because of death. Now, you remember what I said before, you may be remembering past people that have passed, like heritage and or, what was the word I used? Like family lineage. I'm going to definitely say that more so now. A lot of readers just read death as rebirthing and transformation, and yes, that is what it is. But a lot of readers will shy away from the fact of telling you that death can actually stand for that. The grief of mourning of someone passing. Now when I see this card with the Six of Cups, to me that is really what it's speaking an atonement to. You're reminiscing a lot about the past, people that were here, no longer with, you know, God bless them. Energy can never be vanquished or removed or disappear. It just can be moved. People say it so much better. They have a much better way of saying it than what I do. But you get my drift, I hope. For some of you, it is about rebirthing though as well, because we are being very nostalgic about things of the past. We're looking at things the way they are now, and we're making changes here. We're transforming here. We're looking at the way things were. We're thinking about the way things were. Looking at the way things are now, and then we're looking towards the future, and we're thinking, I can see where this is going. I've seen where I've been. I see where I am. And I see where this train is going. Is that what I want? For others, it's remembering those that are no longer here on this plane and thinking fondly of them. Maybe even in a way visiting them. Not just in your memories, but in your dreams. My mum's a Leo. Her birthday is tomorrow. I'm doing this video on Friday the 13th. Her birthday's on the 14th, and her nana, her mum, my nana, birthday is also on the 14th. She's been gone for 17 years. It's a hard day because it's one that we try to celebrate for my mum, but at the same time there is a grief with that, because my mum all her life shared her birthday with her mother, who's no longer here. It's a sad day, but it's one that we keep alive. So I kind of understand that energy, Leo, where you are in September. It's just a side note, guys. Okay. Crossing obstacles or issue, we have the Ten of Cups with the Lovers. Now this is saying that we've got a lot of crossing or obstacles or issues with the family unit, maybe not being all that peachy, and the love within that. The Ten of Cups is very much happy family, happy home, tens completions of cycles. It's really feeling like you've got it all. The Lovers is the archetype of love. You know, it's the sign for Gemini, but it is also the sign of feeling like this is the real deal, that you could give all to this. When I see these two cards together, I love this. In your crossing obstacles and issue position, I don't like that. If this was in any other position, I'll say, wow, it's a winner. But when I see these two beautiful cards in a placement which is so, oof, it does make me wonder, are we really happy, Leo, in our relationship, within our family unit? I keep looking towards that rainbow and I keep thinking, when is a rainbow ever an obstacle? I guess it only is if you're looking for the pot of gold at the end of it. Or the leprechaun that's guarding it. You know, fairy tales are lovely stories, but when we start to want them fairy tales, start to believe in them somewhat fiercely, it leads us to a point of being disappointed. So guys, crowning hanging above you in this reading, my dear Leos, we had that Seven of Wands, and this is backed by the Four of Cups reversed. Okay, So we are making gains here against our combatants, things that may have hindered us. We are making gains here. Four of Cups reverse is that of really getting this feeling like there may be some drinking involved here. Maybe you're trying to get on top of some issues here that weren't really serving you so good. Just have this bitter taste in my mouth all of a sudden, like, when you go to a bar the day after a big party or something, you have that stale stagnant of beer or liquor that's gone putrid. Or, if you've drank too much and then you look at the wine glass the next day and you're like, oh no, I could not look at another grape or wine bottle for a while. It's kind of like that. I've got like a bit of a distaste here for some reason. When the Four of Cups is reversed, though, it's about new possibilities. It's about new relationships. So I don't know why I had this. It's more of a personal vibe I got there. But it's new approaches to the old problems. So I'm seeing here, like, you're making gains here and you're looking at things from a new light. What once wasn't working, you're now reassessing. In relationships, if this is what it might be resonating to, it's that you're making gains here in a way of new relationships. Letting go of the old, making gains in the new possibilities, new outlooks, new relationships, new. And letting go of what was for what's new possibilities, new objectives. Foundation, root of reading, reason we are here. And as I said, this is when the synchronicities really start to come alive. The Three of Pentacles, that mastery, that coming together to make something quite brilliant, especially in monetary means and or gains, because of the Six of Cups again, which was your starting card. Nostalgia. For some of you, I feel like you're trying to craft something in a collaboration to remember something, or you're remembering how things used to be, trying to bring that back. For example, woodwork nowadays is not as prevalent as what it used to be. The beautiful rich red oaks and things, we don't really use that anymore. We've now gone to plywood and things of cheaper, crappier shipwood. I call it shipwood. This is just an example, guys. Don't get too bogged down by it. I'm just trying to explain what I'm sort of trying to get at here, what I'm seeing here. And I'm doing it quite poorly, I must admit. But give me a go. You're trying to go back, nostalgic, back to the old craft of it. Like some people used to do beautiful handcrafted, like literally planing wood, plane by plane to get the shape and filing it down, thousands of hours to create one piece, which then they stained by hand. The whole process of it. You're trying to go back to the old ways of doing things, to get that mastery, to get that cut, not just cut above the rest, but to bring it back, the old into the new, bringing back some of that ancestral past way of doing things to create a true masterpiece with your hands, or with to make money, to make monetary means. Because this also depicts the material as well. Like, this could be literally the material you're using here. Past energy, which is leaving you now, but still prevalent. A lot of swords here. Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, both reversed. The Eight of Swords and Queen of Swords reversed. Sorry, I might have said that a bit fast, sound a bit weird. The Eight of Swords reversed, like I said, this is taking off the blindfold, seeing things for what they really, really are. The Queen of Swords, though, she can, when she's reversed, not the nicest of characteristics. This is someone that can be a little bit unreliable, a little bit unfaithful, a little bit infidelity-ish as well, a bit fickle. says it but doesn't maybe do it. Very smart though. Very conniving in some ways. This is why you had to take the blindfold off. Because too many people were saying but doing something else. Made you need to see things for their true self. To take the blindfold off and look at it. Future energy, what's coming in as we move forward out of September. Okay. The King of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands reversed. Okay. Which, if you remember, was that. We've got a few, like, wands at the bottom of that deck. Spirit's just telling me you can't win anything unless sometimes you take a punt or a gamble. Not sure what that's for. The King of Swords, being very authoritative, head over heart, making the tough decisions, being forceful as well, authoritative. Not letting the heart really have much to say, all intellectual here. The Wheel of Fortune is saying sometimes things are out of your control, but also sometimes you'll be gifted chances. Chances to take a spin, to take a punt, whether good or bad. This doesn't depict it by this card. It just says that the wheels are turning, and turning they will do. Four of Wands reversed though, that's like feeling as if maybe what's the word I'm looking for? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Tranquility, loss of tranquility. We're losing some of the shine here. Feeling a bit unfulfilled in romance, in life, in general. Feeling a little bit of insecurity here too. Incompleteness. Incomplete happiness and incompleteness in general, I want to say. So being very authoritative here in the future energy leader, being very commanding, being very solid, being very forceful, head over heart. There is no grey. But there's going to be something come in that's going to make you question what it is in the heart, maybe, that your head has just not thought of. And it's going to make you feel a little bit unfulfilled. Like, yes, may even make you feel a little bit insecure. Like, I can be as forceful as I can be and think as mentally, intellectually as I can. But my heart still yearns for more. Feeling like you're mentally and intellectually fed, but your heart is very starving. Advice from Spirit for September, the Tower and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so a lot of things are falling down and Spirit is telling you to let them. Spirit is telling you not to hold on to it. Let it go. I think this is in some sort of relationship and or connection here, person to person. I feel this may be referring to, because the Knight of Cups is all about an invitation, a proposal, someone coming in and offering their cup to you, saying, look, I'm here. Would you pick me? I'm right here. And I feel like this is someone new coming in. For some of you, a big group of you, or a portion of you, I feel like this is someone that you have known for a long time. Someone that's always been either a best friend or a friend that you've never thought of in that way, but they're going to bring in a proposal here. And you're going to be taken back a bit and think, whoa, I never looked at it that way. I never thought of it that way. But they have, obviously. And for some of you, it also could be a message of you must let things fall. Even good opportunities that are coming in some ways. Maybe right now love is not the time for you. Offerings are not the time for you in that perspective, because you're crossing obstacles and issues as that of the Lovers. Maybe love is just not for Leo right now. Or maybe we're just feeling like we're losing love, or there is no love to be had for us. But advice from Spirit is that there is a lot falling down, but offers will come, the right ones. Hold out for the right ones. Let everything fall so the right one can come, because they will. Who doesn't want a knight with a big cup to offer them love with sincerity and honesty? No, knights can come in if there's already knights in the gate, or pages, or whatever, you know. Outsiders looking in, their views, not necessarily what's going on, but their views. The outsiders looking in. Excuse me. Five of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Earth energy now. The Five of Cups reversed, new outlook. Gone through a lot of pain, but we're hopeful now. We're hopeful of moving forward, that things will get better. But remembering what it was like. This is what outsiders looking in are seeing, or looking at when they see your situation or you in general. The Knight of Pentacles reversed is someone that's very stagnant, not moving forward though. Maybe not not knowing what way to move. So outsiders looking in and seeing someone with a hopeful outlook, but maybe a person that's not taking it, not using the opportunities they're gifted, instead just sitting on their hands and going, I just don't want to, I just can't bring myself to. Being very stagnant, being very insecure, I feel, for some reason, feeling very lacking in courage, which not something I would again normally say with this card, but it's more of a vibe. Not wanting to move forward. So outsiders looking in are seeing someone that has a lot of hopeful outlooks, but at the same time not really wanting to go with it. Just want to sit and wait. Hopes and fears. 8 of Wands reversed, and the star sign of Aquarius coming through now. I should have mentioned with the Death card, that sign Scorpio as well. Just clarifying your first card, 6 of Cups. 8 of Wands reversed, jealousy, thorns of dispute, maybe some arguments or communication ceasing altogether due to that fact. Being a bit spiteful, being a bit vengeful, being a bit pissed. Holding some resentment here. Why? Because the star. We had a lot of hope, faith, a lot of wishes we'd put into something. So I'm seeing these two cards are literally your hope and your fear. Your hope is that your wishes will be fulfilled. Your fear is that you will become jealous if they're not. You'll become what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? Like a dark, tainted. If our wishes aren't fulfilled, if we don't see some glimmer, if we don't see some sort of payoff of what we're praying, wishing, hoping, putting faith in, that we will go like a little rogue, we'll go a little dark, a little bitter, a feel twisted. A little out of control. Outcome moving forward from September is a bit of a mouthful. We have the Ace of Cups reverse, Eight of Cups, Five of Pentacles reverse, and the World. Okay, so let's just start with that Ace of Cups reversed again. This is change, erosion, unrequited love. Something we were hoping for has changed or is eroding. It's not coming in at all the way we wanted it. If anything, it's falling apart. Clarified by the Eight of Cups, Five of Pentacles reverse, and the World reverse. Okay, so the Eight of Cups is saying that we're walking away. This which is unrequited, this that is eroded, this that is not changing in the right way or is changed in a bad way, we're walking away from it. We're not looking back. So Five of Pentacles in reverse. See, this speaks about Pentacles, earth energy, a lot of monetary and material. It's when it's reversed, it's really to speak in atonement to like reversal of bad trends, things that didn't work, we're walking away from because we're trying to leave that now. We're trying to reverse that trend. We're trying to get new interests in matters, in new matters, in new things. We're overcoming any ruin or disharmony, or whether that's in love, marriage, or interest in general. Why? Because the World in reverse. Something did not complete its cycle. Something did not come to an end. The same shit, different day is what's ringing in my ear. Same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. It's like a Groundhog Day situation. It's like, oh my God, not this again. Not this again. Just something that had changed, eroded, was unrequited, especially if it's in regards to love. We're walking away from. We have new interests. We have new possibilities. We're overcoming any disharmony, any disdainment, any of that shit. But there's still a sense of old patterns are still repeating, or something hasn't ended completely, so it's imperfect. Walking away from a lot of things so we can have new possibilities. But just because we walked away from it doesn't mean that that cycle in a way still hasn't completed itself, because it hasn't here. It's not the end. Not yet anyway. Ooh, what a reading, Leo. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay guys, this is a general. It's not possible for it to resonate with every single Leo out there. Okay guys, let's get the additional messages now. Let me just move these cards slightly. Actually, what I might do, just give me a sec guys, sorry. Fiddle. These ones. And use these as my holdy deck. Okay, so let's get an inspirational message now for you for September. So for September, hang on a minute, just sort two cards that don't belong there. There we go. For September, please, spirits and guides for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I need an inspirational message for Leo, please. Or two, we'll do two. Okay, so we've got give each other space. Sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through the emotional thicket. Or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. And then we have invite your fears to dinner. Invite your fears to dinner. I love this card. Fears aren't facts. Often they're just scary thoughts or feelings. Instead of judging your fears, invite them to tea. Offer them a cookie and have a chat. Listen to what they have to say. When we're courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. Do you feel love? Crossing obstacles, issues, 10 of Cups, and the Lovers. Big energy, big love. Big love. Is that what we feel? Let's get a Wiccan Oracle message now for Leo. The month of September, please, spirits and guides. Leo. Oh, I want them to. Okay, so we have Mabon, which is all about balance. Mabon. Balance. Everything has balance. Light, shadow, yin, yang, black, white. And we have Hearth, which is all about homecoming. Balance within the home, like the crossing obstacle issues with that 10 of Cups. It's a real sense of needing some light and shade, balance being brought back. What is home for you? What is homecoming for you? What lights your fire? What cooks your cauldron? What creates sparks in the dark for Leo for September? What's your balance? What's your light and shadow? Is there balance? Final piece of the pie for my dear Leos for the month of September is, of course, your spirit animal. So let's find out what that is right now. For Leo, please, spirits and guides, what spirit animal is gifted to Leo for the month of September? What spirit animal can guide and assist them for September? For Leo, please, spirits and guides. Spirit animal for Leo, please, for September 2021, please, spirits and guides. What spirit animal can guide and assist my dear Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus of that sign for September 2021? What spirit animal be theirs? Spirit. Share with us your wisdom on which spirit animal can guide and assist my dear Leos. Okay, we have the manatee, which is also known as the dugong. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. My God. The manatee, or the dugong. Beautiful cards, these. Beautiful cards, and they have beautiful texture to them. Let's get the book meaning, because I want to give you the full aspect of what this card means. The manatee or dugong. There are times to fight for what you believe in, and times to lay down your sword and surrender. If you or your family were in imminent danger, it would be quite natural to defend yourself by either fleeing or fighting. Whether through action or words, extreme situations may even require extreme measures. There are definitely wrongs to make right and situations where the spiritual warrior in you must take the lead. However, it's not the case here. What will work best for all concerned is for you to surrender and accept things as they are. Yield in order to overcome. Lay down your sword, not in defeat or in self-sacrifice, but from a realization that this isn't the fight you want or need to engage in. As the saying goes, choose your battles. This is definitely not one to waste your time and energy on. Say the serenity prayer aloud. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Let go of your righteousness and your ego's need for control, and find that peace of mind that you so cherish and have available simply by choosing it. Do you choose it, Leo? The serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Do you know the difference, Leo? Thank you so much for joining me on another round of Redski's Righteous Readings, Raw and Righteous. I wish you all the very best for September, my dear Leos. Light and love. Till next time. Cheers.